Hi. So today I want to give a tip for any friend or family member who is struggling with how to help someone with hoarding disorder when it's so bad that they think that it's unsafe and they really want the person to change, yet that person is so resistant to change and they just won't do it. My advice to the friends or the family members is to research hoarding disorder. That's probably the first place to start. The more you understand about it, the better you're going to be able to communicate with the individual about hoarding. But more importantly, my suggestion, and you may not want to hear it, is to seek professional help yourself, especially when it's a family member. So I recently had a woman call and she was distraught over her mom's resistance to cleaning up. She was living in pretty rough conditions. They had tried a forced clean out, which created even more resistance, and she was at a loss. The mom owned the home, and the authorities weren't involved yet, so she didn't have a landlord. There's really nothing to do. So, in nothing physically to do. It's not like she could go in there and force her to get therapy or go in there and force another clean out. My suggestion at that is to get your own mental health. Release and let go of the guilt that you may be feeling. Work on yourself and your own healing and let it go. It's so hard because you're anybody with an addiction or they're living in those conditions, you worry about it. But the best thing you can do is get your own self-care and get your own healing, and then when it is time and something does really dramatic happen to where she is forced to get help, you'll be in a better state of mind, and it may even repair the relationship that you have with that individual. So it's not always easy, but to blame and to force and to try to get somebody to change and put all the onus on them that they need mental health and they need to change, and there's a better way to do it. And one, if you can, is just listen to them. Maybe just approach them and listen and say, how are you feeling? Ask them questions, not try to solve the problem. Don't try to give them advice. Listen with an open heart and then seek your own healing and your own therapy if that's what's needed. I know it's not always easy to hear that you can't get wrapped up in somebody else's story. You can only control how you react to a certain situation. That's my advice for today for friends and family that are wanting to help a person who is resistant to change.